There you go. Now peel it off the stick. Oh yeah. Oh, you forgot the chocolate though.
Some food tips for backpacking with kids. Make sure that your foods, you and your partners, or just you if you're going by yourself, are freeze-dried foods. Freeze-dried foods are obviously the lightest food you can get, and when you're going to be carrying all of your kids' food, then you need to make sure that you can go as light as you can. I do bring some freeze-dried food for my kids. My kids are really picky, so they don't like a lot of the freeze-dried food. They'll eat mac and cheese freeze-dried food. They'll eat spaghetti. That's about it. So I end up bringing things like Ichiban and Kraft Dinner, and I make sure that I bring a little bit more of those things that my kids really like, just in case you open up a freeze-dried meal and you pour the water in and they start to eat it and they stick up their nose and don't want to eat it. Flavored oatmeal and dried berries. You can get dried blueberries from Costco, for example, are really great in the morning. Make sure that you figure out what kind of flavored oatmeal your kids like before you leave. My kids like the maple and brown sugar and pretty much won't eat anything else. Take your kids with you to the food store and let them pick out some of their snacks. Unless your kids have some crazy allergies or have to eat healthy all the time for some health reason, it's okay that they're not eating healthy during that short time period that you're going to be backpacking. Let them get chips, let them get candy, because candy is going to give them a boost of energy on the trail. Individual packets of beef jerky that you can get at Costco. You can get a big bag of jerky with individual packets inside. Those are really great for kids. One thing you're going to want to do is get each one of your kids' snacks into a separate Ziploc bag so they can carry their own snacks, and so they have some sense of how much snacks they have for the entire trip, so they know that those are their snacks and they don't get any other snacks, and so that your husband doesn't eat the snacks, which happened to me one time. We had no snacks on our hike out on our last day because my husband didn't realize that he was eating everybody else's snacks. Bring heavier foods that you can consume on day one, like sausages. You're not going to want to bring sausages for day 2 or 3 because you have to carry those things and they're really heavy. So make sure if you're bringing a delicious meal that isn't freeze-dried, like sausages and potatoes or something like that, make sure that you're consuming it on the first day out. Another great food that kids really like are those individual tuna packets. Not the cans. Cans are too heavy, but you can get tuna in water inside little rippable packages. Those are awesome for making pitas or even just eating straight out of the little bags. Bring a couple extra big Ziploc bags for your garbage. There's going to be lots of garbage from you and your family and you have to carry it all out. So make sure that you've got enough places to put your garbage. If you're concerned about getting veggies into your kids while you're backpacking, you can get packages of freeze-dried veggies. I've seen them on Garage Grown Gear. I don't know if they carry them in the grocery stores. I need to do a little bit more research on that. I'd like to be able to buy them too. Keep in mind that each person is going to eat about 2 pounds of food per day, give or take a little bit. The kids will eat a lot more snacks than you will on trail, believe it or not, so they're gonna likely need twice the snacks that you have. If your kids are not allergic to nuts, chocolate bars with nuts are a really good snack to bring because those nuts give them quite a bit of energy. Individual packs of Gorp, which is nuts and dried fruit and maybe some M&Ms or maybe some chocolate pieces, are available at Costco. Those are really great to throw in your kids' packs as long as they're not allergic to nuts. Kids are not good at making sure that they're drinking. You're going to have to remind your kids to drink all the time. You're also going to want to make sure that your kids eat about every 20 minutes to a half hour. They don't have to sit down and have a big meal, but if they've got their snacks ready in their fanny pack or in their front pockets, they can pull out one of their snacks. Maybe it's just a gummy worm or two. Maybe it's just a tiny chocolate bar. But as long as they've got a constant source of fuel, everybody in the family is going to be happier. I've got water bottle pockets on the front of my kids' packs, and I keep water in there for them with these soft Solomon flasks. We also have the Solomon filters in each and every person's bottles, and that way we don't have to stop a long time to filter water. We just scoop, put the cap on, screw it down, and you're ready to go. Make sure you check your maps and your trail descriptions before you go for each section of the trail between campgrounds. Make sure you know how much water is available along the way. If there isn't a lot of water available on the way, carrying one of these is about a pound, 550 milliliters, so you don't want them to carry any more than this. So you're going to have to fill up a bladder and carry it So keep that in mind when you're booking camping spots too. You don't want to have a long water carry between camp spots when you have kids, because otherwise you are going to be breaking your back. A great place for snacks for your kids is, of course, the front pockets on their backpack if they have hip belt pockets. If they don't have hip belt pockets on their packs, like my kids don't, I have bought these fanny packs that go around their waist. This is where their snacks go, as well as their little mini cameras that we have for them. I don't bring bowls for any of us when we're backpacking to keep the weight down. Each one of us has either a titanium pot or a titanium mug. Obviously, my husband and I are carrying pots that are a little bit bigger when we go with our kids, because we have to boil more water for 4 people than 2. So we've each got a pot. We generally just pour the water into our freeze-dried meal bags and we eat them right out of the bags. Our kids, when we're making them Ichiban or mac and cheese or anything like that, we just use these mugs. These are relatively inexpensive. We got them off Amazon. They're called Boundless Voyage. They're a 450 milliliter titanium mug. These just fit nicely on the top of their packs, in the top snap, or they can fit right inside the front pockets of their packs. They've got lids, so they're really great to keep stuff nice and warm. If you don't want them to carry the lid, leave the lid at home. Of course, that'll save weight too. Make sure you get long-handled spoons. We've got some great long-handled spoons that are all different colors on Amazon. They come in packs of 2 and they're about $11 for a pack of 2. Everybody in the family has a different color of long-handled spoons so that they don't get mixed up. My picky kids won't eat using somebody else's spoon, so we make sure it's very obvious which spoon is theirs. Hopefully these tips gave you some ideas. This is the kind of stuff that works for my family. I mean, every kid is individual, every family is individual. These may or may not work for you, but hopefully they give you some ideas. If you learned anything new today or you like this video, please make sure that you hit the like button and you subscribe so that you get to see the next videos coming out. Every time you hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps our channel. Thanks for sticking around and we'll see you in the next video.